Can you talk about like the men's network and sort of like what it means for the community?
You ready now? Many years ago, we established what we call the Men Network. A group of men got together and we thought that we could probably evaluate the community, our churches, our organizations. We put them all together. We came up with the title The Men Network. And we have been doing some things in the community, such as walking for jobs, walking the community to find out how many buildings were dilapidated, how we could perform repairs, talking with city aldermen, the mayor, came to our meetings, our breakfasts, and we talked about how we could improve the community. That has not really occurred totally, but we're organizing groups working with Common Ground, other churches, in order to improve the community. And it's beginning to work. And now we have the University of Wisconsin here in order to assist in doing the same thing that we set out to do. We're also having planned to get a CDC in order to get funding. Money is a problem when we start improving the homes. The key factor here is that we have to be organized, getting the right people in the right position in order to do what we plan on doing. And my name is Wallace Phillips, and I'm chairman of the Community Men Network Group, and we're going to do something in order to improve the relationship between the universities, the community, the churches, and things are going to work out for the best. Thanks.
Can you tell me like how are you doing things? Like what are you doing, I don't know, like on a weekly basis or something to like make these connections and
Okay. Well, I'm retired, so I have a whole bunch of time. I did my 40-some years. I'm over 70. And the plans are to utilize younger people, in order to motivate younger people. And it's a stair-step type of deal that we're working with. Us older guys can talk to someone that's 20 years younger, then they can talk to someone that's 20 years younger. And suddenly we have a communication gap closing in where only one person can talk to the next person. All of a sudden we have people improving their academic achievements at a younger age. And we're going to continue doing that. And we're going to use these students in order to help us complete that project.
like why do you need this thing in this community? Like why do you need this group?
Well, the more you have, the better you can produce. What we have to do now is that improve our relationship with the community, and maybe I can't say what needs to be said. And these students can come in because they're well versed and they're still young, and they can receive information from professors telling them about what the community is about. And then they can go by statistics that we gather, and we can put all those facts together and try to come up with something better for the community. The community right now is stagnated, and we're trying to jumpstart them with some electrical charges that's going to cause them to be more motivated in order to rebuild our community.
You said it's stagnated. Like what does that look like, and like why? How did it get that way?
If you take a look at the community, if you walk through the community, you will see that everything is not moving. There's no improvement. Housing starts are not improving. Some of the property value is going down because people don't take care of their properties. That's one of the reasons why I say stagnated. We're at a point now where we're not doing anything. The boarded up buildings in the community remain boarded up for a number of years, and all of a sudden those buildings will have to be torn down. So there's not much improvement. So the key factor here is we have to get the political structure involved, and that's what we're doing. The aldermen of this community, the mayor is getting involved. So now we're trying to institute a plan where we can maybe get some contractors together and some funding together through CDC and get some of these buildings through Common Ground in order to get these buildings and improve them within the community rather than leave them boarded up. we can effectively do that if we have the organization. And that's what we're working on now, the organization. Getting Washington High School as one of our volunteer schools that we're going to try to improve our relationship with the school because we've adopted that school, and we'll be talking with them just like we're talking to the University of Wisconsin right now. We want to talk to everybody to get a network going, and within that network, we can probably do a whole bunch of stuff that we have not been doing.
What to like you personally? What do you bring to like this group and that sort of bigger vision for the neighborhood?
Leadership. I don't talk about my academic achievements that much, but there are some training skills that I receive academically and through my organizational skills within my community, and I can utilize those skills by organizing people to do certain jobs. And within those jobs, it's kind of easy to designate responsibility to other people. And I'm talking some of the responsibilities that I can't do. I have to have that trustworthy that somebody else can do the job much quicker. And it's important that we use all of the help we can get. And we're going to continue doing that. That's why we call it networking.
Like this like vision that you guys have for the neighborhood. Like what does that look like?
Vision? Well, the vision that we set out to accomplish certain things is working much better because the word is getting out. And our vision right now was to organize people and to get people started in such a venue that we can always depend on an organization. And I have to relate to our political system. If you look at Congress, it's an organization. They started many years ago with one or two people. And all of a sudden right now we started with about 10 men from our church. And we've used our talent, our collective ability in order to get the men network serving breakfast for innumerable people. And we've gone through somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000 people attending. But now we have a nucleus of people to carry out that vision that we set out to perform. And it's working. Now we have people volunteering their expertise. We have some engineers. We have some electrical people. We have some building contractors. We have the medical profession within our organization. Now, once we get everything together, we're going to start designating certain ideas that we put on a table that we're going to pull it off the table and say, we got it now. Tutoring, we're not going to get away from that. We also need people to learn at a young age and apply it to 10, 15 years from now. We're not just sitting around doing nothing. We are, in essence, training. And training is the key factor to success.
Shoot. I forgot what I was going to say. Calculate.